never see them, but we are just looking at my phone.
For hours, we have been stuck at this Nigerian airport because the baggage carousel was stuck and the machine wasn't functioning properly. Mind you, this is 2026. American visiting Nigeria reacts. Okay. Okay. Every day one trouble in Nigeria, but we continue until they stop to make a mess. They stop to disgrace us as a collective. Namibia, please continue to press Nigeria neck. We never know wetin dey happen. Namibia, continue to flog. Okay. Anyway, let me go here. Let me go to my bookmarks. This man, Reverend Father Isaac Achi, they light the man to buy. If you know, you know. They kidnap him, light him to buy. NNPC spends 17.5 trillion securing fuel pipelines and others in 12 months. Do you know what 17.5 trillion is? Even me, I don't turn to Pueblo at this instance. Okay. Group demands Lagos Police Commissioner's removal over alleged extrajudicial buying of 6 Owode Oniri traders. Nigeria's Humanitarian Affairs Ministry spent 507.5 million in 3 days on new land cruisers. Muna no verse for me. I need to laugh, make I not go cry. Islamic terrorists attack soldiers, forest guards, take over Kwara communities. Kwara is gone. Kwara is gone. As spy toll rises to 40. He says he can't share the images. According to Yoruba Times, spy toll soars to 162 in Kwara massacre. Boko Haram butcher dozens overnight as helpless community mourns. They are still counting. This is parallel facts. American missionary accuses Nigerian government officials of stealing funds meant for Benue massacre victims. This is Big O 2026, and this is the state of your roads in your giant of Africa. Okay? Now let's listen to Pastor El Buba. Is he a pastor? Dr. Issa El Buba. Right. Okay. Let's listen to him. This is at the IRF summit that I was telling you guys about. So listen, I beg.
Is this afternoon or evening now? I think they should be evening. Afternoon. I want to appreciate and celebrate each one of you for your sacrifice and for you to be here this afternoon. I want to appreciate the organizer, Mr. Stephen, the Safe Nigeria Group, and also Dr. Chris, who monitored everything and also informed me. I want to thank God for the respected leaders that are all here in this Hilton, Washington, D.C. And I'm speaking specifically to Nigerians, also in the diaspora. Nobody wins a war for their homeland from outside alone. Victory requires internal collaboration and one united voice abroad. I want to celebrate and appreciate the President of the United States of America for hearkening to the voice and the cry of the Nigerian people. And what you have done just speaking on behalf of the persecuted, the killed, and the murdered communities, has done a lot that has not happened in over 20 years. And we commend the action of the United States and also all the people that have been able to pull their energies together. Genocide has been on for all these years, but right now I can testify that we're beginning to see the change in terms of the attitude and the behavior of the government of Nigeria and the terrorists. We are gathered here not because Nigeria is weak, but because Nigeria is bleeding. What began as persecution of Christian community has spilled over into also the killing of moderate Muslims, particularly the houses, and the destruction of entire civilization that has taken place. The perpetrators are very clear. They are the Fulani killer headsmen and the Aswa and the jihadist network that have pulled their strength and energy together to fight the church and go after anyone who calls upon the name of the Lord, especially in northern Nigeria. I have been part of the funeral of several thousands of Christians that have been massacred overnight. One of the places, Dogona, where over 500 Christians were killed in one night. In one of the communities that I have rebuilt, it's called Takwa in Plateau State. Over 210 people were massacred and killed one night, not because of their skin color, not because of their cultural background, but because they are called by the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so the mission is to be able to wipe out Christians from northern Nigeria especially, and the Middle Belt. And the people had to pay a premium price, laying down their life in defense of their faith and their community. And this year's, the international community had turned blind eye to the suffering and the persecution of the Christians in Nigeria. The Nigerian government have connived together with the international community to make sure that the agenda of the Islamization of Nigeria and also the wiping away of the Christian community takes place. And it is because of that the government have done everything in their strength and power to make sure that they silence some of us. I've gone through over 9 assassination attempts. I've been fired with several bullets. But the mercy and the grace of God has kept me. The Nigerian government under Buhari had sent for my arrest. The entire structure was besieged with the Nigerian forces. All the security men that was given to me by the past administration of Goodluck Jonathan were all withdrawn, but the military, the police, and the DSS. But then God in his sovereign power has preserved me and several others that are standing tall for the defense of the innocent and the people that today whose bodies are under the ground. We are the voice of the voiceless, and we will stand to lift up the banner of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. No diamond, no silver, and no gold can ever change this conviction until this genocide stops, and it must stop. There is no government patronage, and there's no amount of money pumped anywhere in the world that will ever change our stand, because money fades, fame fades, but truth stands forever. Lie is but for a moment, truth is forever. The thousands and tens of thousands of Christians that have been killed and massacred, there is no any other way to justify, and there's no any other way to speak and change the narrative and give it a different coloration. The truth is that based on the United Nations Charter and the definition of what genocide is all about, we have seen practically genocide in northern Nigeria and the displacement and destruction of church buildings. I have been involved in the rebuilding of several churches. As of today, as a person and a ministry, we have rebuilt over 100 churches. We have rebuilt houses to the displaced and destroyed communities, over 120 housing units. And so we are not retreating on this mission until the mission for a new Nigeria is born. And I believe, and we believe, that Donald Trump is now on the seat within this period to partner with Nigeria, because America needs Nigeria as one of the greatest allies to be able to fulfill its mission in terms of regulating certain truths on earth. So today, what Nigeria in the diaspora, and all of you Nigerians in the diaspora, must do practically, you must speak with one political voice. This unity is our enemy. Nigeria in the diaspora must coordinate advocacy, engage lawmakers consistently, stop fragmenting our message along ethnic or denominational lines. When these people came after the Christians, they never asked if you're a Catholic, they never asked if you're an Anglican, they never asked if you're a Protestant. They came after anyone that is called by the name of the Lord. As long as you cannot recite the Shahada, La ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. If you cannot recite that, surely you become a victim. And so, the Christians cannot recite that because they are not Muslims. They are Christians. They can only call upon the name of the Lord. And because they are called by the name of the Lord, that is the reason why there is a gang call by both the political class from the north, Islamic network of Islamic jihadism, the network of all of these people to eliminate a people. But I want to say today that God is giving us victory. Amen. And the voice and the blood of our people that have been crying for over 20 years, the Lord is responding to them. Amen. And so, political relevance is not just noise. It's time that the Nigerian in diaspora pull their message together. It's not about Hausa, it's not about Igbo, it's not about Yoruba. It's about God's interest and the people of God in the nation of Nigeria. And at this point, I want to commend all Americans who have paid the premium price to stand on the side of truth. That even in the midst of manipulation, they still never gave in, but they stood their ground that this truth must be defended, and that there is genocide in Nigeria, and that the government of America must go after the terrorists and their sponsors. I commend these men and women. I call them the heroes of the faith, because it is not just about Christians in Nigeria. We are a global family, coming from one Father and one Lord and one Shepherd. Anything that touches one touches all. And together, the kingdom of God is advancing. So I want to say thank you to the American people for voicing out and standing even when the international world turned blind eye to the reality of what is going on in Nigeria. Today, we...
Greetings everyone as you come in. And I'm sure, I don't know how many of you are aware, there's World Government Summit going on as well, talking about the future of government in the world. I think it's an interesting, it's interesting, it's good for you to listen to it. I will try to bring it on here in batches because it's like 9 hours long. Yeah?
I align my views with you to say that now that the states, through the Electricity Act that was signed in 2023 by President Tinubu, have a responsibility to create electricity markets in their domains. They should also come to the table about this subsidy matter. And it should not only be states, it should be the local governments as well. So this should be a subsidy that is charged to as like a first line charge on the federation account. However, the government seems to be solving the symptoms, which is deal with the accumulated debt in the electricity sector over time, instead of attacking the cause. Because we need to ask the question, what is causing this debt? What is actually happening that We now hear that Gencos are owed 4 trillion naira, and we have a subsidy of 1.2 trillion naira in the MTEF document for 2026-2028. Why so? Why is the government not subsidizing the telecom services, for instance? And that is where the question is. That's the real issue. If I can demonstrate to our viewers what is actually happening in the electricity sector, if you give me a minute, I'll do that. Assuming the power station in Egbin generates 1,000 megawatts of electricity. The 1,000 megawatts of electricity does not end up in the market. And what is the reason for that? Maybe 300 megawatts is not evacuated out of Egbin. It is totally stranded at the power station. What is the reason for that? Because there's no transmission capacity to carry it. Now, 700 megawatts makes it into the grid. That is transmission. And by the time the grid transports that 700 megawatts to Abuja, where I am speaking from, to sell in the market, maybe only 500 megawatts arrived. What happened to 200 megawatts? They are lost because of bad infrastructure, aging equipment, and all of that. That's what you call technical losses, gone because of the equipment. Then 500 megawatts arrives in Abuja. The Abuja Distribution Company, that is AEDC, quickly rejects 150 megawatts. They were not taking it. Why are they not taking 150 megawatts? Because they have not invested to expand the distribution network to be able to take all of the 500 megawatts that have come from Egbin. Now the 350 megawatts that they now take, they now put it in the market. When they put it in the market, they are only able
Tracy,
to
welcome,
build
sis.
250
Hola,
megawatts.
hola.
What happened to the
¿Cómo
100
estás?
megawatts? The 100 megawatts is either stolen or it is lost through a poor distribution network again. So that is what you call the commercial losses. Then the 250 megawatts that has been built, the bill sent to consumers, maybe only 160 megawatts have been paid into the bank. What happened to the 90 megawatts? The 90 megawatts are customers who have refused to pay their bills. Now, 1,000 megawatts were generated in Egbin. Only
I sent it. I lined it up for today. I go share it today.
The difference is what is causing this problem. That's where the debt is coming from. So even if President Tinubu solves the accumulated debt now, because the fundamental structural issues in the power sector have not been sorted, the debt will continue to come. It will continue to generate 1,000 megawatts and only 160 megawatts will enter into the bank account. How are we going to solve the problem? The answer is simple. President Jonathan in 2013 privatized the electricity sector. But he did it in a very bad way, and that's what is causing this problem. What did he do? He privatized the generating companies and privatized the distribution companies. But he did not do anything with the transmission company. Initially, they gave it to Manitoba in Canada, and then they took it back into government coffers. So that transmission bottleneck, because the government does not have money to modernize and expand the transmission capacity, is responsible for the first 300 megawatts that did not even leave Egbin. It is also responsible for the 200 megawatts that were lost through the transmission grid. And Nigerians are made to pay for that. That is the cost of the high tariff that we are paying. And then it comes to the distribution company in Abuja. The disco licenses were awarded to companies that have no known history in the power sector. They have no experience, they have no managerial capacity, they have no technical capacity, they have no financial capacity. They scrambled for these licenses, and they don't have the money to invest. How can they be waiting to take money from tariffs to invest? Nobody does that. Because if you look at the telecoms, for instance, when the MTNs and co got the licenses, they first brought in their capital, either equity or debt capital, and put in over $100 billion first, before they now started providing telecom services to Nigeria, who are talking and paying them back. How much have the operators in the power sector put in? They haven't put in anything. And Nigerians are just being strangulated. We have bees. There's something I will say now that will shock Nigerians before I give way. I pay for electricity in the United Kingdom where I have a home. I pay for electricity in Nigeria where I have a home. I'm paying far more for electricity in this Abuja than I pay in London. And yet in London, I get 247, 365 electricity non-stop.
The man they talk, they go, they don't shut show down on them. Meanwhile, Nigeria is under spotlight according to parallel facts. Nigeria is under spotlight again as U.S. lawmakers hold fresh session over Christian genocide. Okay. Now, so are you guys aware that Nigeria has a mineral called tantalum, but loses millions of dollars worth of it every year? We are currently rated as the 7th largest producers of tantalum resources in the world, producing 13% of the global production of tantalum. Can let you know here.
So Nigeria has a natural resources called tantalum, but loses millions of dollars worth of it every year. We are currently rated as the 7th largest producer of tantalum resources in the world, producing 13% of the global production of tantalum. If you didn't know, tantalum is a highly resistant mineral used in manufacturing electronics, especially mobile phones, laptops, and super alloys. In 2021, China recorded imports of tantalum from Nigeria, and according to EITI, the mineral will potentially be used in making electric vehicle batteries and deployment of alternative zero cobalt batteries. Tantalum has been discovered in Kogi, Cross River, Osun Ekiti, as well as in Abuja in areas like Gwagwaralada and Abaji. So with all this tantalum, who do you think is really benefiting?
Anyway, Kwara State has fallen. Kwara State has fallen. More than 10 people. The last one I read was 162 people, right? Have been declared unalive. Many are missing after bandits overrun Woro and Nuku in one of Kwara's deadliest attacks. Armed bandits attacked Woro and Nuku communities in Kayama local government area of Kwara State on Tuesday evening, February 3rd, leaving at least 10 people unalived as homes were set ablaze and residents fled for their lives. Okay? The attack began from around 6 to 7 p.m. when heavily armed gunmen believed to be operating from nearby forest hideouts stormed 2 villages, firing indiscriminately and burning properties. Terrified residents ran into surrounding bushes while many others remain unaccounted for. Local sources and security analysts say the death toll could be far higher, with some estimates placing it over 30 victims, though police have yet to release an official figure. Community leaders confirmed that several houses were destroyed, families were displaced, and survivors were still searching for missing relatives. The attackers are believed to be linked to terrorist groups operating around Bogu National Park in Niger State, an area that has increasingly become a safe haven for armed groups launching raids into Kwara and neighboring states. This attack marks one of the deadliest assaults ever recorded in Kwara State, intensifying fears that banditry is spreading deeper into Nigeria's middle belt and southwest corridors. Security forces have reportedly been deployed to the area, but as of now, no arrests have been announced and residents remain in fear. I can't show it. It's too graphic. And even me, I no show it for myself. I beg. Namibians don't register, don't record song for now. Mona listen. Nigerians una go hear what? I never see. Nigerians are wicked to themselves. Mona listen.
Give me a day water, give me a day bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg. Give me a day water, give me a day bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg. Give me a the water, give me a the bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg. Give me a the water, give me a the bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg. I am from Abegistan, Abegistan. 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 Give me a the water, give me a the bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg. Give me a the water, a the bread, give me electricity, Namibia, I beg.
Dedicated to Abegistan. If you know, you know. Namibians, go in harder. We need them. May the whole Africa pile on us, since we don't know what we do. BSN News. Just in, the U.S. Congress drags Nigeria before the world as lawmakers hear chilling genocide-level warnings over the mass unalivings of Christians. The United States Congress is holding a high-stakes hearing today, February 4th, Wednesday, putting Nigeria under intense global scrutiny over escalating religious violence. The session, officially titled Defending Religious Freedom Around the World, is being conducted by the House Foreign Affairs Committee in a joint sitting of its Africa and Western Hemisphere subcommittees and began at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 4:30 p.m. West African Time. Witness lists released by Congress confirm Brownback, Grace Drexel, and Dr. Stephen Schneck are testifying or have submitted sworn statements. In his prepared testimony, Brownback warned lawmakers that Nigeria has become one of the most dangerous places in the world for Christians, citing mass unalivings, forced displacement, and growing religious polarization that could spiral into wider Christian-Muslim conflict if left unchecked. The U.S. government has not made a formal genocide determination, but Nigeria has previously been listed by U.S. religious freedom monitors as a country of particular concern. The hearing marks a major escalation of international pressure on Nigeria as evidence of faith-based violence is laid before U.S. lawmakers today. Okay. Nigerian leaders threatened Alex Babir for rebuilding Yewata after Fulani terrorist attack, according to Reverend Dachomo. Insecurity. 4 by 2 soldiers missing in coordinated terrorist attack on Plateau villages. This is from Parallel Facts. The Fulani traditional rulers are responsible for the genocide in the Middle Belt. A Fulani chief named Ado Lawal Mohammed Dono and others met in Nasarawa State. They recruited fighters, raised cash, supplied arms, and issued orders to plan the attack in Benue. We must never forget. Reuters Africa, this is as of February 2nd, says Nigerian prosecutors filed 57 terrorism-related charges on Monday against 9 men accused of carrying out a deadly attack on Yewata community in Nigeria's central Benue State in June 2025 that unalived about 150 people. Now, bandits by several Kwara residents, burn houses in Kayama Council. That one, Kwara is on the limelight now. Kwara has fallen to Fulani people. Now, a fraudster was traced back. This is Harry the Digot. A fraudster was traced back to Nigeria, and the video they have on him shows him hanging out with the IGP of police. Look at the fraudster. Look at your IGP of police. This is one of their reporting, right? It says, and you could see the wealth, the money, and everything. This is the fraudster. This is your IGP of police. Niger State announced full adoption of Sharia law as it opens Hizbah board. Remember, Niger State is not an Islamic state. The indigenes are Muslims, Christians, and traditional worshippers. This is another move to totally claim Islamic control of the state. This is from Timmy Tom. Middle Belt need to start taking this seriously. Hey! Shehu Ghazali Sadiq says, it's time for election in Abuja, but all the ADC so-called political heavyweights are at home watching television. It's only Peter Obi who is going around daily campaigning for ADC candidates. The Peter Obi they wish to make a VP. Thunder, fire all of you. Okay, let's listen to Emir Saddam. Now short videos, now Emir they drop now. What time never reach.
Tinubu have borrowed more money in the past 3 years than Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari put together. He has borrowed more money than them, and you cannot see it anyway. My job going forward as a Nigerian that speak on political issues and social issues in the country is to make sure that I provide Nigerians with ample information based on facts on why APC as a political party should never be allowed to come back to power in 2027. And I hope and I pray that everybody that sees this video as a Nigerian, you will do your bit of probably sharing it if you care about this country. And you can even go further by translating it, because the truth of the matter is that we are up against a machinery that is well-oiled, financially, well-oiled, systematically, well-oiled in all ramifications. It is almost an uphill task that we're up against. We're up against a people that understands the power of information, the power of the media, the power of propaganda as a vehicle to achieving what they want to achieve. These are the people we're up against. And as a Nigerian, if you care about your country, it goes beyond just making videos. It goes way into making sure you're already trying to create an ecosystem for yourself of aware Nigerians. Your circle of influence, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, passerbys. You go to the market, you're in the bus, you're in a taxi, you're on top of a bike, you're talking to people. Because the truth of the matter is that for so long as a people, we have failed to be involved in politics. And failing to understand that politics dictates the outcome of our lives. Whether we eat, whether we live or we die. Whether we have water, we have light, we have good medical health care or not. It all boils down to politics. And if we fail as a people to get involved in politics, we will forever be enslaved by a kakistocratic set of criminals that have already taken over power and are bound to remain there, are already training their children to take over from them. It will be a chain of slavery that we might never come out from. And so, the difference between us and our parents' generation was that our parents' generation relied on mainstream media. They relied on getting information from the traditional media, which is the print media, their newspapers, and the radio stations and the television box. We as a generation, we have the power of social media. We have the power of information reaching us at our beck and call, at the tip of our hands, by just a click. And so, even if we understand, or even though I understand that every Nigerian do not have the luxury of being on social media, at least every Nigerian know one or two people that are on social media. So it is our job, you that are opportune to watch this video, see this video, to be able to take this information out down to the grassroots. And so let's jump in real quick into APC, into why it is very important 2027 we take it as a do or buy affair. Because the people that we're up against are people that are already taking it as a do or buy affair. 2027 is an election of class, of the rich versus the poor. The rich have already taken sides. The poor are still wondering. They don't even know where they are. And when I say poor, it is not necessarily just about the money you have in your account. Access to power is also a limitation. So if you're rich in the new sense of wealth in the coming Nigeria they are building, is that you have to have access to power. Because the current structure of people that are controlling Nigeria today are people that have built.
Sorry. Nadia Irish, make I see whether I post the rest for comment section. No, I don't think so. Let me see. Yeah, okay, let me see. Oh, okay. He directed us to his YouTube. Let's go to
People have borrowed more money in the past 3 years than so long as a people we have failed to be involved in politics and failing to understand that politics dictates the outcome of our lives, whether we eat, whether we live or we die, whether we have water, we have light, we have good medical health care or not. It all boils down to politics. And if we fail as a people to get involved in politics, we will forever be enslaved by a kakistocratic set of criminals that have already taken over power and are bound to remain there, are already training their children to take over from them. It will be a chain of slavery that we might never come out from. And so, the difference between us and our parents' generation was that our parents' generation relied on mainstream media. They relied on getting information from the traditional media, which is the print media, their newspapers, and the radio stations and the television box. We as a generation, we have the power of social media. We have the power of information reaching us at our beck and call, at the tip of our hands, by just a click. And so, even if we understand, or even though I understand that every Nigerian do not have the luxury of being on social media, at least every Nigerian know one or two people that are on social media. So it is our job, you that are opportune to watch this video, see this video, to be able to take this information out down to the grassroots. And so let's jump in real quick into APC, into why it is very important 2027 we take it as a do or buy affair. Because the people that we're up against are people that are already taking it as a do or buy affair. 2027 is an election of class, of the rich versus the poor. The rich have already taken sides. The poor are still wondering. They don't even know where they are. And when I say poor, it is not necessarily just about the money you have in your account. Access to power is also a limitation. So if you're rich in the new sense of wealth in the coming Nigeria they are building, is that you have to have access to power. Because the current structure of people that are controlling Nigeria today are people that have built a machinery that if you don't have access to power, they can crumble you overnight. And Nigerians will not do anything. And so that's why you're seeing so many people rallying towards access to power. Because we have the most vindictive man ever to occupy power. A man that openly told you guys, power is not served a la carte. You have to grab it, you snatch it, and you run away with it. This is how he has been able to control the biggest economy in West Africa, in Lagos State, for the past 25 years. I want us to understand what we're up against. And he has now gotten access to state power. So as I said earlier on, if you've watched my previous video, I've said it that the floodgates have been opened already. You're going to start seeing all the people you look up to. Your celebrities, your musicians, your actors, your actresses, your social media influencers, your sportsmen. You will see them all line up behind this man into 2027. Not because Nigeria is working, not because there is anything that they are fixing, not because of they are doing anything exceptional, just because the man at the center is making sure that he's rallying an army of people that he's making them with a make-believe. You have to align with us in the center. If not, we will come for you. And for instance, if you have any shady past, if for instance that you have an iota of sin or skeleton in your cupboard, you just have to align the center immediately. So I want us to understand this going forward. For all of us, especially Nigerians, that we always have idols. We make gods out of humans. We worship human beings. We see human beings as gods. Understand that these human beings will disappoint you into 2027. Because they have to also fight for their own interest. I ask all the time, is Nigeria worth dying for? Is Nigeria worth fighting for? But for some of us that understand that we have no any other place to go. Our placenta have been buried in Nigeria. Our parents, our relatives are all in the country. They are passing through the brunt of this country maladministration. We have to fight for our right. Because the truth of the matter is that power actually lies in our hands. We just don't know it yet. And so you can see and look that out of 36 states in the country today, 30 governors are in APC. All these things are social engineering to deceive the people, to make us fidget, to make us look like 2027 is already a no-go area. You're going to see a mop-up of propaganda. You're going to see a mop-up of political actors all coming together, acting like 2027 is already a done deal. Nothing they happen. All this just to make sure that me and you don't understand that the power we have, that we can actually choose our leaders, defend our votes, and fight for our votes, like Ghanaians did. And so for me, going to 2027, I will be dropping videos just highlighting on so many things, exposing this government. There's a whole lot of criminality going on in this government. There's a whole lot of shady things going on in this government, that if Nigerians do not stand up for our rights, honestly speaking, we might not have a country to call our own. And I'm saying this also for us to understand that I have asked this question previously, and I'm asking this question again because of the myopic Nigerians that do not understand what I'm saying. They might be like, it's just 4 more years now, 4 more years, make him do in 4 more years, go. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not come and go. He has not shown to be someone to come and go in his political career. He's someone that comes and stays. And even if by the stroke of luck that his health does not permit him to continue, he will have created a dynasty of system to be bringing in who will replace him. And I ask this question, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after God forbid it, a second term, demands that he wants a third term, who will say no to him? Who can stand him as of then? The people would have been defeated, because they would have mopped in and made sure the hunger in the land is at an astronomical high level, that all we are doing is just to fight food to eat. At that point in time, who can stop him? His mates are doing it in Cameroon. Paul Biya is his mate, 90-something years in Cameroon. Museveni in Uganda is doing it. Why shouldn't Bola Ahmed Tinubu do it in Nigeria? When Akpabio is the Senate president, Akpabio won't be the one to say, sir, we think this, that it has never happened that any government finished what they are planning to tenure. Let us adjust the constitution. And they will do it with people like them, Wike. They will support him because they are the center of power. And with your elite class that do not have or stand for anything, they will all back him. Who will stop him at that point in time? So our last shot at salvaging our country and fighting for our democracy, if you indeed care about Nigeria even a little bit, is 2027. And so please do not be deterred by all what you see, because you will see more. People you look up to, people you like, people you trust, they go for your hand. Tinubu will tell you what money cannot do, more money can do it. So many people, that's why all this money have been stealing all through these past 3 years. Tinubu have borrowed more money in the past 3 years than Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari put together. He has borrowed more money than them, and you cannot see it anywhere. The only thing they will show is Coastal Road. There is nothing. He has not built any new hospital. He has not built any new university. He has not built any new airports. He has not built any There's no infrastructural wonder he has done. He has borrowed all this money. What do you think this money is going to be for? Is to buy the conscience and voices of people and to buy votes in election time. That is what this money is into. So don't think many people have their price. Many people will be bought. Many people look up to will be bought. So be ready to stand for yourself as a Nigerian and understand that are all man for himself. Make God of no person. And so don't be worried when someone have joined either City Boy or Relax. Tinubu is fixing it, because they get the 2 chapters. If licensed celebrities own a Relax, Tinubu is fixing it. Then our elite class own a City Boy movement. Do not be disturbed or be perturbed when you see those things. It is all signs of a dying horse. Because for him, he understands that power has to. Tinubu plays a government of the elites. He believes that when he gets the rich, and the rich bow to him, because he knows Nigerians, that we are a country of black tax, automatically those rich people have their own slaves that worship them. Those slaves will worship them and follow them. That is how he plays his politics. That's how he thinks, right? So Nigerians, we have to understand how these people think and play our own part and try and say enough is enough. Even if you go collect the money, but please don't lose your conscience on the way.
For where you never see anybody when collecting Tinubu money when not losing conscience. Talk another thing. Kene, welcome. Oh, I see you. You came in guns blazing. Okay. I don't know. This lady, I read her book, her autobiography, a long time ago. I think her name is Ali Hessi. I think so. Yeah, I read her book. Oh my God. This woman has been warning about this religion of peace for God knows how long. When she migrated, I think, to the Netherlands. Was it the Netherlands? Yeah. And she became a member of parliament. And man, this woman, you don't tell. Even me, I didn't have a clue then. Even though I read the book and I was like, oh my God. Right? So anyway, let's listen to what she has to say.
Islam is not a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of conquest. And you can stick your head in the sand as long as you want. You can pretend you don't know this as long as you want, but that is a fact. Islamists glorify Muhammad's conquests, and they want to continue those conquests. The more we pretend we don't know this and that. It's not happening in Australia, it's not happening in England, it's not happening in America. The more we put ourselves in a position of weakness and make ourselves prey to conquest. Islam is not a religion of peace. Islam
She has been warning about it I read her book over what? I want to say maybe 10 years ago. I read this woman's book. Yeah. Maybe about 10 years ago. This woman has been sounding the alarm. Her book detailed what happened with her sister when they migrated from Somalia, I think, to Kenya. Oh my God. Then when she now eventually ran away. I think she ran away and went to Netherlands. She became a refugee. She started working as a refugee. Oh my goodness. This woman don't they talk since, not be today. I don't know. We're all sleeping. Whether they give us a kunu drink. God, I beg you. He don't tell when this woman don't they talk, not be today. See, that they sing for this man when they build houses for Yelewata people. Oh, let's move on real quick. I get many videos to share. Tracy, that video when you share with me, another time I go stream because like what 2 hours. So I probably will find time to do it within the day at some point. Let's listen to this while I'm on the beach. Because I dey go beach today. Not be me cough. Not be me cause the problem for Nigeria. I'm gonna relax and let the wind from the beach blow away every concern of Nigeria from my mind. I beg.
Hey guys, today let's talk about the institutionalization of the Sharia law in the northern part of Nigeria. Currently, in the northern part of Nigeria, there are 12 states out of 19 states in the north that institutionalize Sharia law. And those states are Zamfara State, Kano, Sokoto, Katsina, Bauchi, Borno, Jigawa, Kebbi, Yobe, Kaduna, Niger, and Gombe. What this means is that if I commit crime and the rule of law says they should fine me and the Sharia law says they should execute me, they will execute me. That is what, in theory, the rule of law is the one governing the north, but in reality is Sharia law. And the worst part of it is that the policies that the government are making for them to regulate the north are all influenced by the Sharia law. For instance, the alcohol banning and all of that, according to the rule of law in section 35 of 1999 Nigerian Constitution, it says that I have the right to choice of what I consume. Sharia law is supposed to be a religious law because every policy in it is derived from the Quran. And if you're a Christian, an atheist, an idol worshipper, it's not supposed to be applicable to you. But why is it applicable to everybody? It's applicable to everybody in that region that institutionalized this law. While it's working for the Muslims, it's not working for us, the non-Muslims. Sharia law is harmful to us. We don't want the Sharia law to be applicable to us. This country is a democratic country, and the northern Nigeria is not owned by Muslims.
She's Fulani.
It's owned by everybody who lives in here. Today, Deborah is a victim of this Sharia law. Deborah is a victim of this Sharia law. Of course, on the internet, the Muslims are coming out to say, no, Sharia law is not that. It's like that. Sharia law is very dangerous to us, okay? And the people executing this, the people implementing this are very irrational. They are not thoughtful at all. They're very illogical. They're irrational, and they're dangerous. Currently, people are very worried about me because of these Sharia laws. Okay, because in Sharia law, there's no freedom of speech. The law is it's extremely dictatorial and aggressive. We don't want that. The Sharia law is too aggressive. Please, I want this to reach the right authorities. Please, amend these regulations. Let the North be conducive to everybody, regardless of your religious background. you should be able to be free to practice any religion you feel like practicing, and to also be answerable to the country's laws. Thank you.
Kene, oh, hey, God forbid, which senator, I beg. Not be everybody be like you, Kene. Anyway, your own fine. Your own a hot mama. So, why you can't they carry that one kind one till they put me for the same sentence?
The responsibility this inauguration places on us as a political party on a rescue mission and as citizens of a country in distress. Across the country, families are working harder and earning lesser. Food prices rise faster than wages, salaries, and incomes can cope. Power supply remains epileptic, even as tariffs increase astronomically. Strangely, the APC government continues to aggravate the citizens' tax burdens. Insecurity continues to disrupt people's social and economic life. Nigerians are suffering today more than any other time in our history. Poverty stares us in the face. Yes, poverty and hardship have always existed, but the hardship and the poverty that Nigerians are experiencing under the APC administration has gotten worse. This situation has been brought about and compounded by government vicious policies. What Nigerians therefore desperately looking for are credible alternative ideas, actions, and policies. They want policies that would improve their lives today and lay a solid foundation on which they can improve their future. They want policies that show compassion. Nigerians are not looking for clever arguments. They want policies and actions that show that government understands what they're going through and is prepared to act with clarity.
Why can't these people ever speak from their mind?
Most importantly, with compassion.
Can I ask a question? Why is it that your Nigerian politicians, they can never speak from their heart? They always have to have something written down. Doesn't that show how disconnected they are from the people? I've noticed it for a long time. A lot of them do not speak without paper, without a prompt. Apart from maybe one or two. Obasanjo, they try. Obasanjo, they talk from his heart. If you want to talk with you want to, you can tell. He speaks from his heart and all of that. But most of these other people, Peter Obi speaks from the heart. That one, that made them the mock because he will talk from his heart. But these other politicians that you've had in Nigeria, a lot of them do not know how to speak for. You don't have to read from paper. When you know what's going on, you don't have to read from paper. Anyway, Mona listen.
This is what the African Democratic Congress represents. A party that puts the people first. Nigerians are not looking for who to blame for their suffering. They already know who is responsible for that. And just in case there is anyone in the room here who doesn't know, it is the APC administration. They're looking for who will ease the pains. They want real practical solutions that address the challenges of today, not policies that expect them to continue to give and give.
Speech is our thing.
One thing I've
I
noticed
hear
over the
you
years,
now.
and I'm sure most of you in the room here can attest to, is that Nigeria does not suffer from shortage of ideas. What we suffer from is a failure to connect ideas to reality. Too often, policy in this country has been an academic exercise, detached from the very people it is meant to serve. Documents are produced, committees are set up, reports are written, white papers are produced, yet nothing changes in the lives of the people, which is what matters the most. Policy is not about sounding intelligent. It is not about volume or complexity. You must resist the temptation to treat symptoms while ignoring causes. You must go beneath the surface. You must think out of the box. You must act hard. You must ask hard questions about why things are not working in this country. This is the burden before this committee. In recent years, government has continued to regale us with statistics about increased revenue, economic growth, and GDP performance. These figures are meaningless when they do not positively affect the lives of the people. A growing economy that leaves the majority of the people behind in poverty is fundamentally flawed. Economic progress must be measured by its impact on people's lives, not by statistics alone. Take energy, for example. When energy is expensive and unreliable, productivity collapses, businesses struggle, jobs disappear, and poverty deepens. Any serious policy conversation must be anchored on the simple but crucial question: how do we make energy affordable and accessible to the majority of our people? Government has removed fuel subsidy. The question is not whether subsidy removal is desirable or not. The real question is whether the people now pay more for fuel can see tangible benefits reflected in other areas of their lives. Clearly, the answer is no. Nobody can see any positive effect from the removal of fuel subsidy. Nigerians who are paying more for fuel, for food, for medications, for transportation, for housing and electricity are asking very pertinent questions. What would their party do differently? We must answer with clarity, firm commitment, and measurable outcomes that they can feel and see, not propaganda. There must be no ambiguity in our answer. This is the task before your committee, my dear Chief. Consider transport and mobility. This is not merely a question of how much we spend on roads. Transport determines access to work, markets, schools, and hospitals. When movement becomes unaffordable, opportunity shrinks. Our party's policy must ensure that transportation remains a social and economic lifeline for our people. Food and agriculture demand the same.
My God, there's something I want to read for you guys. See, when I see the Epstein file when it come out, when I see Ajumogobia name, hey, God, I beg you. Hey, when I hear about, when I see the one when come out between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, when they talk about pandemic from as early as 2015, in 2019, before that COVID-19 starts, the Bill Gates, their foundation, Bill Gates Foundation, they invested in biotech. Una see the information when una they pay attention. Okay, let's move on. That's not why I'm here. We have big fish to fry in Nigeria. Meanwhile, your former AGF, Abubakar Salami, and his son, Abdulaziz Malami, they've been slammed with a 5-count charge bordering on terrorism financing and illegal possession of firearms by the DSS. Do you guys see that? Okay. Let's go on. Many things they happen for Nigeria.
Dear Fulani men, please. Dear Fulani men, this is actually funny. Dear Fulani men, please. This same energy you have to be policing my mode of dressing, how I'm dressing. This same energy that you have, because my mode of dressing is not causing any harm in the society, is not causing any nuisance in the society. What you think when you see those videos is just you sexually objectifying me, and it's not my fault. That energy you have to condemn and to correct me on how I'm dressing, please. Use that same energy, take that energy and use it to call out the Fulani men who have arms, who are destructive, who will take their cows into people's farms and let their cows graze on farms and destroy millions on investment on that farm. Please call them out. It is a very bad behavior, destructive, a menacing, and an atrocious behavior. That same energy you are using to condemn the way I'm dressing, please use it to call out the bandits in the bushes. They are there. They are there in the bushes. Or call them out. Tell them what they are doing is not good. It's taking lives and property. My mode of dressing is not harming anybody. I beg. Just stop misplacing your priority and stop policing my body. Okay? Stop policing my body. My body is my body. This is my page. Once again, this is my page. I will post whatever I feel like. And I'm 100% certain that I am not committing any crime. by wearing whatever I feel like. Bye.
Hey.
Who is in power today? Dear Nigerians, the reason why Tinubu is in power today is because of the Northerners. In 2023, Tinubu came out and Peter Obi came out. The Northerners refused to vote for Peter Obi because he wasn't a Muslim. But Peter Obi had good track record of good governance. That man was an honest man, God-fearing, empathetic. But they chose Tinubu despite knowing his political background, despite knowing his track record. They voted him anyway. Why? Because of this religion. Southerners didn't vote for Tinubu. Today, Nigeria is getting destroyed because of these gullible idiots. And the worst part of it is that you will see a Northerner with master's degree, PhD, having this kind of mentality. They don't look for competence in government. They look for religion. How to enforce the religion. Religious bias is crazy. Religion is a problem, massive problem. In fact, this is even why I'm in support of Biafra. Please, if you are ready to protest for Biafra, I will support you 100%. Because normal human beings don't deserve to be mixed with these Northerners. I'm a Northerner, I'm a Fulani, but I said what I said. Bye.
Hey, Weleke. Kene, you said they go soon marry him. They never feel marry him off now. The girl is speaking her truth. The girl is speaking her truth. Let her speak. Why are you gagging
so
her?
I saw some Northerners ranting on their page about how the 2023 election wasn't balanced because all the candidates are Southerners, and in 2027 they will not allow that to happen, that they should allow Atiku to represent the North in 2027. Dear Northerners, I just want to say respectfully that you are the most stupid and gullible group of people I have ever encountered in my entire life. First of all, since 1960, out of 100% of leaders that Nigeria have ever produced, 70 to 75% of these leaders are Northerners. More than half of the leaders are Northerners. Please, what have these leaders done for you? Tangible something, not us buying you wheelbarrow and calling it empowerment. Tangible something. In terms of development, zero. Despite the fact that most of the leaders we had in the country were Northerners. In terms of development, zero. Educational development, zero. Security, zero. Healthcare, zero. Other aspects, zero. The region, chaotic. Poverty rate, high as Mount Everest. Beggars everywhere. That is lack of empowerment and development. What have they done for you that made you think that they are worthy of representing you? Please tell me. To be quite honest with you, if I see Atiku and Tinubu, I will choose Tinubu. Here is why. At the end of the day, atrocities happen in the North wasn't created by Tinubu. Tinubu inherited banditry problem issue in the North. It started from your northern leader, Buhari. It started from him. According to some reports, the former President Buhari he recruited Miyetti Allah members to sabotage the regime of Goodluck Jonathan back then. And look at them today. And when you even look at it, Look at the three Miyetti Allah members that were arrested in Kwara State recently. Go and check the banditry industry. I'll call it industry because, you know, people are making money out of it. Go and check the industry. Northerners dominate that. 99% of them are Northerners. And almost most of them are Fulanis, just like Buhari. I pray for you, Northerner, in Jesus' name, in the name of Allah, please, may you receive sense in 2027. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Gweleke, can we have more? Anyway, I see this girl video, I can't rest. More na here. I don't know whether I know about this beef. So, Mr. Common Sense had come out very hard against Kogi and has been paying attention to what's going on in Kogi. And he said he made some, I don't know if I have that video now, whether I can play it for you guys before, because this will make sense if you've seen that video. This will make a lot of sense. Let me see if I can bring that video actually, because I think it will make more sense if we do that. Let me see. Mr. Common Sense. There was something, that video was quite insightful actually. I mean, it made a lot of sense. I think this is it. Let's watch.
All right, folks, welcome to the...
If former Governor Yahya Bello is not in line with APC, I can tell you for free that APC will not win election in Kogi State. I don't want to say let us use...
No, this is 22 hours ago. It's not as this early. I will bring this one later. Because that guy analysis on Kogi or more, me no even know. Be like saying I be this. More watch.
So you are telling us that you are implementing a genuine...
Sorry, Mona no verse. Where is it? Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, I think so.
Alhaji Yahya Adosa Bello and Alhaji Usman Ododo, former governor and governor of Kogi State, respectively. You would have thought that I've forgotten about you. That's a lie. I'm on you. Fellow Nigerians, Kogi State has the highest number of agberus, touts, criminals in public offices in Nigeria. No state come close to the level of agberus in government. Open tout, as in confirmed criminals, and they don't hide it. One of them is what I'm going to show to you right now. His name is Engineer Bashiru Gegu. He is currently the...
No, it's not it. Hold on. There was one where he really analyzed what is going on in Kogi State and was urging us to like really pay attention to Kogi. God, can I find that video? Let me see. Yeah, I think. Is it this? Too much blood. Let me check this. It might be this.
This video is especially dedicated to
okay, I think,
Alhaji
this is it, I think.
Yahya Adosa Bello. The atrocities you committed whilst you were governor of Kogi State are too much. And I can only pray one prayer, that you will regret all of the things that you did. You will regret it. There is nothing you are... My ears are full. I can't even lie. I made a video here one time and spoke about a young man that was taking off the parents. Of course, the parents were taking off initially and they said it was him they were looking for. And at some point, it seems like the young man came out, they said you have to use him to exchange, and somebody told him they caught several names. I've had investigations that I've done. That's why it pains me that the DSS and the police in Nigeria are useless, very useless. Because as an individual, without powers, without legislative power, without constitutional powers, I've been able to prune. I've called people have called me, and I can tell you, a lot of names were used to perpetrate evil. There is blood on Kogi State. There is blood. The numbers of, if it will be very difficult for Kogi to leave this current mess that they are in, because the amount of blood that Kogi has consumed, the amount of lives, I'm telling you, if you work in this current government of Usman Ododo, be careful. A lot of people that work to Yaya Bello have got stories to tell. A lot of people, my ears don't full. Yaya Bello, you are a wicked person. God will punish you. You are not just a thief, but the numbers of it, the blood in your hand. And I'm saying this, sue me if you are not comfortable. Sue me. People have asked you, people's lives, people's mothers. I spoke about a personal assistant domestic that has left, that was taken off, kidnapped. It is only Yaya Bello's government that people that were working with him. Somebody called me and said, the name you called in this parlor, please take his name away. As I talked to you, that man is in tears. He's running for his life. Why? He said, that man you called, a pharmacist, he said, even his mother, he cannot account for his mother. Even his own mom. He said, the guy is running for his life. And some of you are walking around those small dodo now, you think, because you are benefiting, you are coming to my comment section. I said, I'm not done with Kogi. PA Kabiru, that's his name, domestic staff. His family reached out to me to say they don't know where the man is. It was as a former governor, sir, Yaya Bello, if members of your cabinet get missing, or relative of members of your cabinet get missing, one of them, he was picked in his restaurant in is it Okene? Yes, he was picked and taken away. People call him a good man. I cannot believe you are a good man if you worked with Yaya Bello. 1 year was enough. From the feelers I've gotten, this is a Yaya Bello stock in trade. If you argue with him, you are gone. And now, look at what you have turned the state to. We are here saying what is happening in Kogi, not knowing that it is the amount of atrocities that the nature is fighting. It's going to be difficult for Kogi, I'm telling you. Kogi, listen to me. If you know what is good for you, the next election that you are going to do in that state, you see this Yaya Bello era and dynasty, you need to wash it off and start afresh. There's something that needs to be done. Kogi needs deliverance. And as I've never said this before, I've never even said this about Nigeria, Kogi needs deliverance. The blood that is speaking against the progress, people that have been buried on the ground, too much. Too much. Go and attack my page. Somebody came to me and said this was what he was doing and his page was attacked. This voice, you cannot attack it. You can bring that the platform, but this voice, you will not attack it. And all, try your best. Anything you like, you do. I have been called, I have been threatened. But you see, I stand here to say, Kogi will be delivered from the hands of Yaya Bello. I don't care to know what you are looking for, the political office. Somebody saw a comment to say, because I'm fighting for Natasha. This is bigger than Natasha. This whole thing, even if this was triggered by Natasha, for example, but what I have heard and seen, everything, no, is bigger than Natasha. And when Natasha said one time that Yaya Bello and all of this, they plan to buy her. Do you know, I told somebody, and this is me just being sincere, I told somebody, I said, Natasha said, you today talk, you shall be the plan to buy you. I beg you. But now I'm realizing that it's not true. People that have worked with Yaya Bello before, some of them are running for their lives. I've asked that they should look for the number of the chief of staff because his name was mentioned. They should look for his number and I need to speak with him. I want to speak with that former chief of staff, pharmacist Abdul Karim. I think that's his name. I mentioned his name, Asuku, I think. Somebody called and said, leave that man alone because that man is currently, he is crying, still in tears, a young man. Say he's looking for. Say at the time Yaya Bello endorsed him to be governor. So because of that father, he thought he was going to be governor. They took his mother. That he left office crying every day, saying, where is my mother? Who took my mother? Because of politics. People, and some of you are working with this government and you think everything is on. The blood on Yaya Bello's hands. The blood where they cry against that, the progress of that state. No, too much. Oh. No, that's too much. Yaya Bello, you need to open up. You need to open up. You need to apologize to several persons. You need to confess all the atrocities you committed. And I hear that in Kogi, immediately you just offend the government. They will tell you that you're a member of ISWAP. ISWAP now water. The numbers of persons in DSS facilities in Abuja and in Lokoja, they are enormous. And I spoke yesterday, Mr. Ajayi. You built an unhealthy relationship with Yaya Bello, and now you cannot cut away the ties, even when you are seeing clearly that this guy has a is a terrible human being. Everybody is ISWAP. Any young man that just talks, he says ISWAP. They are terrorists. That's why the J don't fool with ISWAP. They are not going to court. Nobody. And they are they take them off. If you live in Kogi State, me, Mr. Common Sense, I will see to the end of this matter. I will see to it. Yaya Bello, you did do before, but your cup don't full. Now me talk.
I take care of my kids and my family, so getting healthy food.
Omo, things they happen for that country when we don't know. Walai talai. Things are happening. Eh? Okay.
Fellow Nigerians, Kogi needs help. Fellow Nigerians, Kogi needs help. The level of atrocities happening in Kogi State is alarming. It has reached a level that it can be termed a pandemic. The state is not just being bedeviled by maladministration and then corruption in the highest places. The numbers of missing persons, mysteriously missing, without leaks, in Kogi State needs a serious national attention. And unfortunately, we are not talking about it enough. The people are scared. The people are living in fear. This is against the backdrop that these guys have been impoverished continually for several decades. Kogi is one of the few states in Nigeria that has not kissed any form of excellency in administration, any form of sparkling in any kind of good governance. They have no relationship with quality representation or good governance. We are seeing sparkles of representation here and there, but it is not enough because the work that needs to be done is enormous. And the fact that we are keeping quiet is making me really getting scared. Now, I just had one-off conversation with a family and then opened up to say, okay, what is really happening with this guy? And then I just made a video. My DMs have now turned to a dumping site for all sorts of petitions. People are missing mysteriously. Exactly from about 2021 till date, if a National Commission of Inquiry is opened to hear petitions and cases of missing persons from Kogi, I can tell on day one they will receive over 100 cases. I am telling you, men, women, boys, you dare not speak, even at party level, even those of you that are in the APC that are coming to the comment section to defend. There are notable figures in the Kogi politics that have been missing. I have been told that they should ask of the former PA to the governor and a couple of or the former governor, sorry, and a couple of other persons. And the fact that we are doing nothing about it worries me. I don't know. Mazi today or not, this is not a call out, but this is just an appeal. Your people wants to hear your voice. You need to speak up for them. You need to look back at what is happening in your state. Well done for what you do nationally. But at least let's get back to the root. Deji Adeyanju, you were an activist that went to bag a law degree. That is double advantage for your people. Please, there is something that needs to be done. I hear that you have been quiet since Yaya Bello left office. People suspect that you have relationship with the current governor. The spread of insecurity, kidnappings, all forms of attacks in your senatorial district is alarming. To now hear that there are now political assassinations going on, to even hear that there are now dump sites where people are being thrown into if they dare disagree with the government government in power. No. No matter how bad things have been, we will continue to speak up against nonsense like this. Usman Ododo, governor of Kogi State, what is happening to your state? We of course, we are going to deal with the issue of sending 5 million to local government areas. When you collect over 400 up to 500 million from federal allocation, you see this nonsense people deal with financial autonomy of and that's why I look at people that think that this government will ever wake up one day and have sense. You give financial autonomy to local government. When was the last time that the CJN The Attorney General Federation went to check booths, EFCC, ICPC went to check the booths of local government to know what they received. I hear that local government chairman in Kogi get a patching 5 million to do whatever they want to do. That the state governor said that he's the one in charge, they will do the development. And they know the money is being transferred to Yaya Bello's account. What is happening? Very dark man, please. If the Jadeyan do is not talking, please, is your lawyer, talk to him. Or Moyele Showore, you need to talk to your friend. There is something that he needs to do. Some of us are friends of the state. There are people that were born there. Nobody should be more Catholic than the Pope. Charity should begin at home at least. Please, let's talk about Kogi. It is serious. And I'm not joking. This is not being political. It is extremely serious. The things I have read, lawyers are calling me to say they cannot go to court on some cases. And when they catch you, they tag you a terrorist. And that finishes you. The DSS Director General, Mr. Ajayi, I hear that they have a team of DSS officials and policemen that goes to pick these people from their houses. And then they exchange, they submit them to operations who not take them off. They take them off. I'm telling you, I have pictures, I have reports in my DMs. I have been called. A magistrate judge spoke to me and said, there are some cases they cannot hear. There are some things you cannot do. I'm telling you, something needs to be done. And for the fact that you had once worked in Kogi State, makes it really not looks like, yes, Mr. Ajayi, you were once a state director for Kogi State. So you built relationship with the current government. Of course, we're in the third term of Yaya Bello. But we will not rest. All of you threatening me, calling me to say stay away from Kogi, it is a lie. We will not stay away. There is nothing you can do. I beg to fear it. We will continue to speak about these issues. I am asking every single Nigerian to stand up and speak for Kogi. Kogi is like a mini Nigeria. Abundant mineral resources and natural resources, human resources, but bedeviled by poverty, by hunger, and insecurity. There is nothing working in that state. It is almost on ground zero. We will not allow this to continue. Kogi must reach its full potentials. Mr. Adiola, if you are not complicit in the political, institutionalized assassinations going on in Kogi, why will somebody be brought into the Kogi DSS headquarters by a politician and told that he should remain there till after 2027 election? And that has no document whatsoever. It took us here to bring that matter up, and then the things we have heard. The CP, Mr. Kakarofi, yes, CP Kakarofi, Commissioner of Police Kogi State, what is happening? The new Mr. Adiogunu is the state director of Kogi DSS. Please, our searchlights have not been beamed on Kogi State. We will not allow that nonsense that have happened continually for several years. There are people that have worked with this government that have disappeared mysteriously. There are people that have voices, small voices. People have been threatened. People have been taken up.
If you live in a California zip code and have 0 DUIs
Nigeria
in the last 5 years,
Armageddon, they happen for Nigeria. No. So let me go to the video I was going to play. So you now get the gist, right? So there are a couple more videos, but I don't have the time right now, that came out. People came out. He did a couple more videos, and then they started threatening him. They started sending people to threaten Mr. Common Sense. This is what brought about this video. So let's listen to this.
Alright? So you better go and delete those videos that you post on your wall there against Yaya Bello before me and my media team will come for you. Don't think I didn't know you. They said that they are looking for you. They send people. I know your house. I know your siblings. And have your phone number. I know everything about you. They are looking for you. Me, I know your house now. But nobody is even looking for you. You are not important. You are not relevant. You understand? If you don't delete those videos, we will come for you. To you, Mr. Common Sense,
amount of slaves when they Nigeria.
Very senseless, Mr. Common Sense. Insulting my own principal, Yahya Adoza Bello, is one of the worst mistakes ever that you have done.
Really?
Since you're on this media. You said in one of your videos that you like Natasha, that Natasha is in your team. You were together with him in so many public gatherings. So we knew that she was the one that sent you from that, your illustration in those videos. All right. So, just because, where were you all this while? Just because my principal says he's contesting for Senate, want to liberate the people of Kogi Central.
Liberate.
Natasha is sending you to come and
insult or demon wants to liberate people.
You understand? Weren't you told that Yaya Bello built 2 universities within 4 years?
Now, where have you heard the nonsense which may be that?
You're fortunate. Yaya Bello one same person to respond to me. See your door, your load the way they sent to me. You for just speak English, my guy, may you follow me talk. Forget how they speak English. I can also come to your level, and that's why I'm doing this. Right? Yaya Bello and Ododo. If this is the best way, I've seen a lot of videos. I've seen a lot. I just ignore. But the one boy, capital something, I saw his video. That one they irritate me. Because there was one video of his that I saw. I blocked him on Twitter, on X. Saw a video where he went to you gather some jobless boys for one place. Say have you benefited from the Renew Hope? What's the name of that? Their NEF fund loan something. He said yes. They didn't mention the school, mention the department, mention amounts. Anybody, random 5 boys working from different directions. Say this kid who the director. And real Mama Kogi with me even do video for when Yaya Bello arrested. Why was she arrested? The woman did the video to say, Yaya Tinubu, you did treat Yaya Bello, we support you anyhow. This man supported you, fought for you. Now you go back form, blah blah blah. Yaya Bello so saying you. I pick him up. Me do video for a year. Say, may they release her. They release her and me come the cost. And plus this one where say it's not my family. See, I joke on the joke. I am aware, I'm telling you, that outside the shores of Kogi, people are very small, no level. I swear to God, except saying that your governor, your current governor, Yaya Bello, now I go meet my mama, we go talk. None of you can meet my mother and address. Even if you all go, you can't. So no, that will not be prayer. We are not in that level anymore. I've passed that level. Cannot meet my mother and you constant come follow and talk, or meet none of the siblings. Because these are the kind of people that you make SSAs. You make SAs. The other one, Commissioner Gegu, say bagger. How can a state commissioner of solid minerals say any bagger? Any bagger not be professional word. It's not a technocratic word. Courtist, criminals. So that's what you use from this man. Look at all of them. You see all of them. Tout. That's how they get them. They want to bring them from prisons. That's how Yaya Bello work. We want to bring them from prison. Some of them, you have heard, prison breaks. Some of the prison breaks, some of them, they want to release them from there and then commit them to government work. Ask me which ethics and values. This one you say SSA is on ethics and value. God ethics damn. For what? Value for what? Don't throw anything give them. But now election they use them. My problem with them is that they don't hear since the people that work with Yaya Bello get missing, they don't see the get sense. As you just get that SSA, for example, they all pay you your first few salary, 6 months salary, you run. Want to start your life in a quiet bomb. Run for that day there. Somebody that was close to him, Kabiru Yene KB, till tomorrow nobody has said anything about it. Family they cry. Former chief of staff, Asuku. That one they say they don't even know where that one they say they cry, they go see no see mama. May Yaya Bello go bring him mama for her. That one though they cry, they go, they cry, see Yaya Bello give my mama, you know. And they tell me the same, you know, but may I call her, make her pray for her, may I move, we need to help her find him mama. So now this one, you now they find me and they do video. You cannot even put but we don't. I apologize for able to do this video, but I'm only doing it to tell Yaya Bello and his fellow tribals, his do government. All of you are shameless. I'll be the one that they use voice. So when I'm done with Kogi State, Yaya Bello will come live on air, social media, and explain the names, circumstances, situations, events that has happened. The local government Yaya Bello came from, Okene local government, there's no pipe-borne water in that local government. There's no landmark achievement of the government in that local government. So what are you defending him for? It will put university where you say common men of here attend. Nepotism. Everybody in your government from one senatorial district, from one local government, from one religion, nothing else. Pack all these small boys, give the SSA, all these agberos that cannot defend you, cannot stand. This one will feel. If he reach Lagos, can he express himself to find his way? So if you find the way for Lagos. This one he give. If you want to talk to me, Odudu, you talk to me and all these small boys, if I call my name again, gonna meet. No, me say I want help. If you will let you see me for the street, maybe you stand me, talk to me.
Well, I beg, we Nigerians.
I know so not be this one I really know. Not be this one I'm gonna walk. I know the work on the feed you. No while. We'll be waiting, be ready. And buyer.
Nigeria is a crime scene. Oh my goodness.
Wetin now be Kalu do? He reach wetin Shegumi do. Sunday go do. Everybody they do. Where Sunday go today the outside. Where Gumi the outside. There are a lot of terrorists in the bush that probably did worse. You never spoke for this man because, of course, there is interest somewhere. Oh, your mandate, you shall stand. Oh, your mandate. You call it, do I see the first sound? Bro, open your mouth. Southeast coordinator. He said, pity. He said, pity. But the good part is this, you can't secure no votes. You don't have that influence. You think this is doing adverts for one bitters or doing advert for phone and blenders? You can't secure no votes there. You can't secure no votes there. I always say these things, but when you talk, they feel like, okay, you don't know what you are saying.
Obi Kubana, they collect left, right, and center. This is another.
If former Governor Yahya Bello, but believe you me, if former Governor Yahya Bello is not in line with APC, I can tell you for free that APC will not win election in Kogi State. I don't want to say let us use the president's election as a litmus test. No, I don't want to say that. Because I want President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come back stronger and to win stronger in Kogi State. If not, I would have bet with any party at all that please
let's go
there with
directive
commissioner Governor former Governor Yahya Bello going in another direction.
Nigerians na fuck
you
up,
can
man.
win Kogi State.
See as this man did.
That's Honorable Bashiru Gegu. He is the Honorable Commissioner for Solid Minerals and Natural Resources there. Open threat to the APC and Bola.
I'm telling you.
If Yahya Bello is not involved, he is not aligned.
Because I hear all the court members when they
APC will not win Kogi State. APC. And of course, the APC has responded to that threat by releasing the 2026 APC National Convention Central Coordination Committee, a 73-man list, and Alhaji Yahya Adoza Bello is absent. Nice one. Nice one. The battle line has been drawn. I'm very interested. I would not have been involved in the APC things, but I particularly waited for today. I waited for this day. Because you see, Yahya Bello thinks that that's why he named himself White Lion. He thinks that he's God. And the APC cannot do without him. The APC wants to prove to him. Of course, he has said it everywhere. Even apart from being in the media, he has said everywhere that what he's going through in the APC, currently in the hands of the EFCC, is witch hunting, it's political witch hunting. And so now the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government and the APC, they are daring him to say, oh yeah, everybody, for a governor that served for 8 years, it should be here. It should be here. All former governors are here. 7 governors are here. Senators, House of Rep members, even people that are not in any executive office at a time, Dogara, see a lot of names here. Everybody, they are here. So why is Yahya Bello not here? It shows clearly that he has become a stain to the APC. You know, when a criminal party like the APC cannot even entertain a criminal like Yahya Bello, they are done. See your phone. He's lost on all sides. His criminality, the involvement, his corruption cases. Again, there are several persons that had corruption cases. If Yokowa, for example, had corruption cases against him. But why is Yahya Bello singled out? Because he has the blood on Yahya Bello's hand is too much. Even the APC can no longer associate with him. He needs to I say Yahya Bello will confess. By the time we are done, Yahya Bello will confess. When I mean we, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. I'm talking about nature. I'm talking about the blood of Nigerians that have mysteriously disappeared. Nigerians that left, that for no reason they disappear. Boys and girls. Go, I say, take out time and sit. I cannot even get into some conversation. Say, my DM is full. He has done too much and he must pay for it. The party said they can no longer entertain it. They are done. For a man that served 8 years, his governor is there, but he's not there. He's conspicuously absent. He has been omitted. The APC has removed their hands or anything associated with Yaya Bello. I'm sure this is a lesson for everybody to realize whatever he wants to do. I hear some of you are saying, oh, I'm doing this because of Natasha. I've said it here before. Whatever I'm doing here is bigger than Natasha. Natasha is a senator representing the Central District. I'm talking about people from the West, the East, everywhere, different local governments. Do you know the amount of calls I receive, of families, fathers, mothers, since 2021, daily? People that have been talking. When was Asuku's mom missing? Did I not mention it here? So is Natasha a beneficiary? Is going to benefit from Asuku's tears? I see people are running. Former Tina Dumali Tina, I spoke here. Is that Natasha? Is that not somebody that worked with Yaya Bello and worked with Osman Ododo? Let us agree that this has become too much to deal with and we can no longer entertain this nonsense. Whether you're a governor, you're a senator, you're a House of Rep member, there's a level, there's a limit you should go. It cannot be this demonic and devilish and expect not to have repercussions and consequences. The APC, they are telling you, go do your worst. Dear Engineer Bashiru Gegu, do your worst. Make APC lose Kogi State. You said that APC will not win it. They dare not align. You are threatening them. You were threatening the president. So you have not started. You are done with threatening people, dealing with people, constituting nuisance and brazen criminality in Kogi. You took it to Abuja. You would just carry phone face yourself to say, I dare you. Can you even listen to yourself? Is this not what I have always said? You just recruit men of ignoble character, criminals from everywhere and packed around you because you want to run a government that is fearful. Meaning they fear you. That's the government you try to run. Today, okay. All of the technocrats, the few ones that came, they push them. They use fear, pursue their command. Now you run a government where everybody's a agbero, touts, criminals everywhere. SSA, that one says SSA on ethics. Say, what you told? English cannot. I say, speak mirror. Even this one I listen to Gego, you can tell. A small thing. Now ABC not be local language for this speak. When I use local language, you communicate for that on our side. Nigeria will move forward. And Yaya Bello will know future, the future of this country.
My people, now here I go leave them for now. But I go definitely see you on my next one. Before I leave una, make I let una. May I read this thing to una. We are comfortable with what President Tinubu is doing. We are giving our mandate and re-election approval, and we want him to come again 2027 to continue this good work and take us to that promised land. Nollywood actor Saheed Balogun, Nice, Lege, and many others out for bat. On that note, my people, I go see you now. The matter not the finish. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. And Kenny, thank you very much. Kola said the default instinct of most Nigerian politicians is the TikTok. Bam. Nobody in the state talking. That's sad. Well, thank you very much, people. See you.